You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, and drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is, if getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now, 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
It is Wednesday, my dude.
And I almost forgot to play it, but I remembered. I recovered. Yay! It's Wednesday, also known as Chat Lives Matter Day, also known as Town Hall Night Part 2. I don't know about Stacey, but I brought some tomatoes just in case. So anyway, we're here, we're live, and we're gonna make ourselves listen to this thing so you guys don't necessarily have to. But anyway, I was not impressed yesterday, I have to admit. I mean, I get it. Nobody wants to ask him hard questions because they're going to lose access if they do. But I still have answers to questions I'm not getting answered. And I'm upset.
Well, I got super mad yesterday.
Oh.
And it wasn't even Trump. It was Tucker Carlson.
Oh, God, I don't even know what happened to
No,
that
he
man.
actually said things I agree with Beck. I'm like, will you stop it? You actually sound like you sounded on Fox. Like, stop it. Stop it.
Stop giving me hope again, you bastard.
Stop giving me hope again. I'm mad at you, and I don't want to listen to you.
We're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. Oh, wait. Sorry.
No. I just, stop it. Everybody just... All Beck did today, and it was kind of edifying for me personally, he had some clip of horses on the highway in Philadelphia, and he'd say something about totally fucked up about what's going on in the world, and then he'd just go, but there are horses on the highway! And I'm like, yes, this is exactly what's going on.
Honestly, I blame Ordy, but I am becoming a fan of chaos because the weirder things get, the more I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even sure I care anymore. All right,
I'm struggling to. I have a pen that doubles as like a weapon, and I'm so enamored with it. Like, these are the things I think about. Just random shit. I have a pen that doubles as a weapon. I wonder if anybody else does.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, I do, but I also was trained to use a number 2 pencil as a potential weapon too. So there's that.
Yeah, no, this one's actually like very, very heavy, solid material that like could go into somebody's temple.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why I'm enamored with that, but I am.
Because that's just how things are. All right,
well, just like I sit there and I look at these things and I wonder, where did I get this from? Like, how did this end up in my stuff? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, so I think we've let it run. Well, I've paused it long enough now where we should be able to skip most of the breaks and still get most of the stuff in. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it start now, so we can see if I'm gonna have a stroke tonight on the air or not.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingram Angle back in Washington tonight. And later on, I'm going to have more of my exclusive town hall with former President
she
Trump.
made it sound like it was going to be like the
content
whole
to
thing,
get
so
into
we may
last
not
night's
do this.
show when he was gracious enough
I am not
going to
sit and listen to her.
round of questions. Got a little bit.
May pause it for a while and see if we can get to that part later, but yeah, because no, this is not what it was billed as. She made it sound like it was a continuation of the one from last night. And I was like, that wasn't on the schedule. But anyway, so I did listen to the one last night, and actually we streamed it as you know, the kind of the build up of starting to bring the digital beacon online. We kind of build it as a partnership between KLR and radio in there. And again, all I heard was a bunch of nobody. She didn't really push him or anything. She tried a couple of times, and then he just kept going with his talking points, and then she kept trying to steer him back. But that's the thing with Trump. Nobody can seem to pin him down to get him to actually answer questions because she kept asking over and over and over again. Because he was like, "Well, if there's a bunch of mail-in ballots, then you're automatically going to have fraud." And she's like, "Well, there was mail-in."
What are you doing to combat it?
Well, her question was, okay, so there was a bunch of mail-in ballots in Florida, and you won handily. So why did it work there and not anywhere else? And he never did answer that question.
Well, of course he doesn't answer the question, but my question is simply this. You and the RNC have been aware of dark money in politics going into NGOs that then go into election offices and manipulate the processes within the election offices right down to ballot design, okay? Is what these people are doing through the TED Talks and through Zuckerbucks and everything else. And Zuckerbucks just went into new venues. It didn't go away. So you guys have known about this. Even worse, you were warned about it in 2020. You did nothing then. What are you doing now? I had somebody online tell me, and we need to have the best lawyers ready to go on election day. I said, dude, if you're waiting for election day, it's already too late. You don't start litigating the 2024 election on election day. You need to be litigating ahead of time, which is what Harmeet Dillon knew. And we still didn't elect her as head of the GOP. So I don't know what to tell you. If we're waiting for election day to identify problems, it's too late.
No, I mean, I wish I could say I disagreed with you, but these are primarily the reasons why we can't have nice things.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. What's his nuts? I just lost his brain or his name. I lost my brain too. God, I'm telling you, too old for this shit. The lawyer, Mark Elias. That's his name. Skeevy boy. The one that hates Sam and I. But, I mean, he was litigating stuff for the entire 18 months before the 2020 election to loosen everything up. We should have started litigating immediately after the 2020 election to tighten everything back down.
I mean, yeah, we should have, but we didn't.
But what are you going to do when your leader is Ronna McFuckface? I mean, I just don't know. Ronna McJelly Lips. I mean, hello. She spent more money on fucking Botox and collagen implants than she did on anything productive for the frickin' election. And God bless Jen Van Laar for breaking it down for us.
Oh.
I mean, did you see the comparison of what Ronna spent versus what the DNC has been spending?
I have not, no.
Oh, dear God. We spent more on, flowers than we did on competitive ads. I'll try to find it during a break, but Jen did an excellent job breaking down the finances and comparing it to Democrats. I mean, Ronna Romney McDaniel was in it for the notoriety and the bennies and nothing else. I would not be surprised if somebody who knows what they're doing goes in and digs into those finances, and we did not pay to have that shit stuffed in our lips.
Yeah. Apparently the chat really likes Ronna McJelly Lips, so just so you know.
Ronna McJelly Lips?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, like I said, the McGOP, 2 down, 1 to go. We got to get rid of McConnell.
Oh. Go away, turtle boy. Go away. Oh, wait.
It's not go away. The Senate GOP, we have some good senators. We have the Mike Leaves. We have the Rand Pauls. We have the Ron Johnsons. We have the Ted Cruzes. The GOP conference just needs to oust him, and they can't then elect John Thune or your Senator Langford that did that terrible immigration deal.
No, I don't claim him anymore. So.
Oh my goodness, what was he thinking?
He was thinking.
I mean, I understand having him work with Senator McBisexual. might have distracted him. She might have been wearing thigh boots or something. But, betraying your voters just doesn't seem like the best thing to do. Well, and I thought it was great because McConnell takes this guy out of this super red state, right?
Yeah.
Sends him over to work with, thigh boots. And then it totally throws him under the bus. That was so venal and just Machiavellian. I've never seen anything like it.
Well,
he didn't even support the outcome for 24 hours after the deets broke publicly. Not even 24 hours did he support his boy.
Well, I mean, so the scariest thing for me, right? Because I know why Langford did what he did. Langford has his eye on the governorship because he's already told everybody he's not running for re-election. He was convinced because he's used to how things used to be. We used to be an electorate who largely, I mean, just being honest, for the longest time we didn't really keep up with anything. We didn't care. We didn't have enough interest. And when I say we, I'm not talking about people like me and you. I'm talking about everyday average Americans. They just didn't care enough about what was going on in D.C. to notice one way or the other who was screwing them over. So he tried to operate as business as usual, thinking that he would get touted as a hero for supposedly fixing the border, then be able to come home to Oklahoma and run for governor and have 8 years there, and then
nothing about that fixed the border.
I know.
If it had passed, everything just would have gotten worse.
I understand that.
I think even the people in Oklahoma would have recognized that when the flow of illegal aliens flowing into their state didn't end.
Yeah, but by then the damage would have already been done. And again, only about 25% of the people here pay attention to what the hell's going on in D.C. anyway.
Do you know who I love? Who? Your superintendent of schools. That dude is taking names, busting up chivalrous of the damned. I mean, he gives zero fucks. Zero fucks.
Pretty much.
Oh my God. He's like, I get more criticism from Republicans than I do from Democrats. But I mean, the parents have got to love him.
It depends on where you look. If you go to the news feed pages for Channel 5, Channel 4, Channel 9 here, it's a mixed bag. But if you talk to people on the streets, they absolutely love the fact that he's trying to get rid of some of the shit that they've been cramming down our throats. And that's the thing that scares me about all this, right? Is nobody realized how
taking the trainee teachers out of the schools one at a time.
Taking the trainees to the woodshed, one teacher at a time.
Yeah, no, he's like, no, this is not coming into our schools. We're going to use this instead. Like Steve Dace is writing children's books. He's like, we've already bought them.
Oh,
He's like, we're putting the Federalist Papers into the high school. Not. I forget the book that everybody hates now. Not genderqueer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love him. Can we have 435 of him? Could we please just fill Washington D.C. with people like him?
I mean, I would love for that to be.
I would vote for him for president.
I would love for that to be a thing, but if you've seen Multiplicity, multiple clonings don't go well, so I don't think it would work.
No. We need more people fight. I would vote for him for president. I don't even remember his name, but I was so freaking impressed as I'm watching this video with him. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
His name's Ryan Walters, by the way.
I know. Well, he says they've got businesses moving to Oklahoma because of what they're doing to schools. They've got people moving to Oklahoma. I would have never considered moving to Oklahoma, but if I had kids after listening to him, I'd be like, honey, let's go to Oklahoma. Dude, I'm looking at land in friggin' Kentucky because they've got a developer who's like, oh no, we're not going to put any restrictions on what you do with your land. We just want your house to be at least 1,200 square feet. Other than that, do what you want. And they only advertise on places like The Blaze, so I know who my neighbors are going to be. Come on. We need more little, like, havens of sanity. Donna Hash and I would be neighbors.
That could be fun.
Oh, dear God, that would be hell. Oh, I love her to death. We used to joke about her moving in next to a crazy lady.
Well, wait. Would that make you the crazy lady, though?
No. That was the other crazy lady.
Notice you said other.
No, the stalker crazy lady.
No, I know. I'm just pointing out that you didn't necessarily say that you weren't crazy either, because you said other.
I hear Gracie in the background.
Yeah, she's been in a bit of a mood today. She got her 4-year checkup today, so she got some shots. So I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that she's out in the main living room playing right now instead of being all mopey, because she was mad at the world when she came home. She was like, "Papa."
Sounds like she's singing.
She's like, "Papa, they hurt me. I don't like it." And then she just gave me the pouty face, and I was done. I was like, "Yeah, Papa's in trouble with this one." Oh,
wow.
But yeah, so apparently he's trending again, and of course it's all a bunch of negative shit from people that don't even live here.
Who's trending again?
My superintendent.
Oh no, I love him. He's amazing. Oh.
I just can't believe the number of people, and you kind of saw a bit of this last night too. I can't believe the number of people that have latched on to this very minuscule, mutation that happens, and have lumped that in with the whole non-binary thing and the whole transgender and transsexual thing. And I'm just like, you guys are like talking about what amounts to like 0.01% of the population, and then making it like all of this has something to do with that, and it absolutely does not. And the funny thing is, anytime I call people out for doing that, I get blocked. Well, you just don't understand because there are people that are born with this and born with that. I'm like, yeah, you're talking about a very minuscule part of our population. And you guys are lumping all of this into the same thing to try to convince everybody that it's more than what it actually is. Because
Well, can you imagine being born with a genetic defect and being the poster child for these nutbags?
I mean,
like there were no intersex people begging for the abolition of the sexual binary. That was not a thing. They stuck I in there as support for their idea that the sexual binary is not 100%. Well, guys, nothing's 100%. That's why it's called a genetic abnormality. Like, I just think people who do that are some of the worst people in the world, and you had one all over your TL last night. I was like, oh my God.
Well, in their defense, I kind of dove into the middle of their shit, and then they just wouldn't let go, so I just kept going.
Well, I mean, we had one, like, busting through the March for Life today. We have Elizabeth Warren talking about it, one that died after, like, throwing water at people and hitting their head, and saying it's anti-trans bias and trying to hang it on libs at TikTok. I mean, it's so crazy.
Well, yeah,
it's so crazy.
That's why my superintendent is currently trending, because that happened in a small town Oklahoma school. So apparently this non-binary person picked a fight with 3 chicks in a bathroom, threw a bunch of water and shit at them, got their ass beat, went to the hospital, and then later has passed away, and nobody really understands what the cause of it was, because according to the little bit that's been released, it was not due to the injuries received in the fight. But that hasn't stopped everybody in the trans world from basically accusing my superintendent of being complicit in a murder, as well as the libs of TikTok chick.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the police have determined that she didn't die as a result of the trauma from the school fight.
Yeah, that's all we know so far. So now they're waiting to see if there's any kind of toxicology report or anything that might explain what's happened. But yeah, so this is what's been going on with that for about the last 24 hours. So these are the lies so far around that particular Oklahoma teen death, that she was killed at school, which she wasn't. She was targeted because she was non-binary. She wasn't. She was the one that actually started the fight. She couldn't walk after being attacked. That didn't wind up being true either. She died because of the fight at school. That wound up not being true. The libs of TikTok chick and Ryan Walters are responsible, and it's because of... Hang on. It's because... What's the next one? It's because Locke posted a video 2 years ago of a teacher in that district. So, I mean, these are all the things that have been making the rounds, and everybody's been blowing them up. And it's just crazy. Because none of it is true. And I'm just so sick and tired of this whole thing of, it doesn't matter whether the facts support it or not. We're just going to run with it. And then when the facts don't support it, we're still going to stick to the same story.
Well, I mean, it's just... in a very interesting turn of events, guess who showed up on the Joe Rogan show?
Oh, damn it. I was going to watch that and I forgot, but who was it?
Dr. Phil.
That's why.
Do you remember a couple years ago when Matt Walsh went on the Dr. Phil show and Dr. Phil, allowed him to be confronted by, dudes with a mustache and a dress on his stance on trans issues and the gender binary?
Oh yes, I remember. I think we've actually played a few clips of that.
And
before.
if I'm not mistaken, it was on was it Dr. Phil's show where one actually choked Ben Shapiro?
I think so. I remember that happening, but I don't remember if it was Dr. Phil's talk show or somebody else.
I don't remember. I'm not 100% sure it was Dr. Phil. It was somebody like that, though. It was some daytime television show. Now Dr. Phil is on Joe Rogan blasting every single medical society that is all bought into the trans thing, saying never in my life have I seen people support something with so much research that says it's either bad or that it's inconclusive. So now he's being called transphobic.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in the upside down, dude, and there's horses on the highway.
I am so going to find that audio and make it a sound clip now.
Oh my God, you have to. It's fucking hysterical. Every time after the second time he said it, he would just drop it at the most inappropriate times. And I'm this is so perfect. This is such a commentary on where we are that Glenn Beck screaming, "There are horses on the highway." Well, literally had me crying. I was laughing so hard.
Well, if you look at the difference even between 2019 and now, it is literally we are living in some sort of an upside down, dark mirror version of our universe, because nothing makes sense anymore.
If you were paying $2.80 for a gallon of gas in 2019, there would have been pitchforks. Okay? If I was paying $2.80 for a gallon of gas right now, I think I'm getting a deal. All right? If I was being charged 7% interest on the loan for a house in 2021, I would have thought it was highway robbery. Now if it goes down to 6, I'm maybe we should do something now because it could only get worse. This is what they do. They numb you up. Food inflation is out of control. And nobody's talking about it.
Well, except for the president. But he's blaming the companies because he calls it shrinkflation.
No, I don't eat Doritos, so I don't care how many chips they put in the bag. I'm talking about chicken, beef, fish, vegetables. I stay on the outside of the grocery store. I don't do a lot on the inner aisles. and the outside of the grocery store, which is all the inputs to what goes on the inside, right?
Yeah.
On the inside aisles, the prepared food. All the inputs are sky high. So it's no wonder you're not getting as many Doritos in the bag anymore. Do you want a smaller bag or do you want fewer Doritos or do you want to pay more for it? You know?
I just thought it was funny that one of his biggest gripes was that ice cream containers had gotten smaller.
But it's kind of like when he decided to take on ticket fees and airline fees. Like, you are talking about decadent issues, sir.
Yeah.
You are talking about issues, like decadent issues. Nobody is talking about these things, and these are not the things that are causing, Americans to take second jobs or that are causing Americans to, tighten the belt or is causing Americans to engage in like record credit card debt. Like, none of those have anything to do with this. And he just he'll hit on something and think he's like culturally relevant or something. And it's like, what are you, like that commercial? Like, how much did you pay to put that during the Super Bowl? That was dumb. That was just dumb. And I mean, especially, did the Her report come out before or after the Super Bowl?
After.
Was it after?
I think it was after. I think.
Because I think they were making fun of the Super Bowl adding the context of the Her report. I don't remember. But that Her report, I mean, come on, people.
I want to say it was after, but I could be wrong. We can look it up on the break.
And now they got the knives out for Dr. Jill?
Well, I mean, if anybody deserves
Think
that.
she wants vengeance? Like, who does she want vengeance against? I just heard she wanted revenge. Who was it against?
Not the person in the mirror, which is who it should be against.
Is it Donald Trump? Because as I recall, her husband was elected president.
Yeah.
So what is she going to get revenge for? I don't understand.
She's going to get revenge on Barack Obama for destroying her husband's legacy. All right, we got to take a break. And then while we're on break, I'll see if I can figure out whether that was before or after. I honestly want to say after, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so we'll be right back. This is Whatever, halfway through. Got another half.
There are horses on the highway.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis.
And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is, if getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now, 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back into the program, and yes, I know there was dead air because we were talking, and I didn't realize the commercial stopped.
Oops.
Anyway, so we're back.
Oops.
We're live, and yeah, I was like, dead air. I'm like, I know, but I'm fixing it. I promise.
Here's another politician I adore.
Which one?
Nayib Bukele down in El Salvador, the president. He's freaking awesome.
That name sounds really dirty.
Look, I didn't make it up.
I know.
It's his name.
I'm just saying that name.
Nayib Bukele. I think that's how you say it.
Oh, anyway.
Dude, he puts people in prison for fun. Like, Like that little, like that place's murder rate has gone through the floor. Like it's got a lower murder rate than Atlanta at this point. In fucking El Salvador, but they're all still coming here. Like, what are you people doing? Go back. And he's like making the economy run on Bitcoin. And yeah, if you look at the video from his recent re-election, like the streets are filled and he and his wife come out on the balcony and they're young and they're good looking. And you're like, we could have had that. Instead, we have the geriatric rematch.
The geriatric grudge match of 2024. You know how they always do that thing in the ring. You know what this one needs to be this time. Let's get ready to stumble. Oh, just kidding.
Oh yeah, did you see him fall up the stairs?
Yeah, I've seen him fall down the stairs. I've seen him fall up the stairs. I've seen him fall.
No, he generally falls up. Thank God, because if he fell down, oh dear, that could be a problem.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the last time we had a president that fell this often was Gerald Ford. Just saying.
Oh no, he's way worse than Gerald Ford.
Oh,
There's a difference between clumsy and cognitive decline.
I'm not saying he's not worse than Gerald Ford. I'm just saying that's the closest historical equivalent I've been able to find. And that dude was like almost practically ran out of office for falling down Air Force One steps twice. I don't think Biden's been. I mean, they even have the short steps now.
Dude.
To try to make
How are we gonna make it through a live broadcast of the State of the Union address?
There will be lots of drinking. Cause, yeah.
Can you? Do you think he's gonna do it?
Well, he's supposed.
I mean, how can he not do it after the Her report? But how can he do it after the Her? Like, that's just like being in a box.
It's Schrodinger's Sotu. We're not going to know if it's going to happen until it happens. It's on the calendar. It's supposed to happen.
Well, I know, but after the train wreck that happened when he went out the night of the Her report, like I was watching that and I'm like, oh dear God.
You know,
watching it literally with your hand over your mouth, going, oh no.
You know how you know that was Sideshow Bob's idea though? Because within a day or so of that terrible debacle, she had backup on the stage with her.
No, it wasn't that. When Joe Biden came out.
Oh, no, I know. But everybody keeps asking whose idea it was. Because whoever gave him the advice that it was a good idea for this 80-something-year-old man to do it. It
had to be somebody in the very inner circle. It had to be somebody in the family. Had to be.
I'm pretty sure whoever it was used Sideshow Bob to push the idea because she basically got put in the corner like within a day or so after.
Oh dear God! Yeah. I'm sitting there going, well, she's the press secretary. She doesn't really advise them on communications, and she's had Kirby up there with her for a while. Like, on all the stuff on Ukraine and Israel, he's constantly in the room and speaking for her because she just can't.
Well, there's a reason her nicknames have evolved with me over the years because now she's just basically Sideshow Bob because who the hell does that shit to their hair on purpose?
I don't know. I can't even.
Did I tell you my newest nickname for Trump yet?
No.
I don't know if it's original to me, but I'm running with it anyway. I call him Lord Spraytan now. Just because it kind of reminds me.
I'm sitting there on Twitter and I see people putting out tweets that they voted for Ron DeSantis in one of the primaries or whatever, and all the Trumpy stupid accounts, including that Heidi LRN person who's just a nutbag, like swarming these people and like trying to dox them and saying they're helping Joe Biden and all this other stuff. Like, what the fuck does it matter who you put on a primary ballot? Seems like you're making much ado about nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of their whole
like, if somebody's just adjusting to the fact, like, we didn't really get a choice and this is how they work through that, then just let them work through it. They don't like your guy. They might well vote for him because Joe Biden's terrible, but they're probably not going to get off the couch if you do this shit. Like, what are you doing? She didn't answer me, though, because she's crazy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were, like, swarming him. It's like, who cares? Could you make this is just like making a big deal out of Taylor Swift. If you want Taylor Swift to affect the election, Jack, keep talking about her.
Oh, yeah, I don't really...
Because nobody gave a flying fuck what she thought about politics in 2020. She endorsed people in 2020, and it didn't mean a thing.
I mean, it's still...
And you know who you haven't heard boo about since the Super Bowl is Tay-Tay and Travis, because Travis made an ass of himself on the sidelines.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's no longer a poster child. He was either in a roid rage or a Pfizer rage, not sure which one, but that was completely inappropriate.
It was a Pfizer rage. Thyroid rage, that's what I was trying to say. It's both.
Yeah, no, but, like, he should have been fired. Like, bye-bye. I don't think I've ever seen a football player act that way with a coach on the sidelines ever in the NFL. I've seen coaches go over and have to like calm down players who are in a snit or whatever. But I've never seen a football player like run up on a coach like that. That was inexcusable. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? We have guest 469.
That may be me, actually.
And guest 44. No, did you just put in testing?
No, that wasn't me. But I actually am usually logged in as a guest because on my phone I never go back in and log everything in, and I usually have it up on my phone to monitor.
We also have guest 44. There are horses on the highway. Anyway. Yeah, but like people making the biggest deal out of things that are not really a deal. I don't know. And it just seems to me like Trump is collecting all the worst people around him.
I mean,
like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Charlie Kirk, but he's completely gone off the reservation with his Martin Luther King nonsense. Yes, often very flawed people do amazing things. Sometimes that happens. So we celebrate the amazing things they did. That's not unusual. Go read the Bible. There's a lot of flawed people in there.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
A lot.
That God uses his instruments to do amazing things. So they're in the Bible. Maybe you should just shut up, Charlie. This is something God does. Hush. Like, he's gone completely off the reservation. We still got Laura Loomer out there being a lunatic. Now Laura Loomer went to the Darien Gap. I'm like, girl. Oh, my goodness.
Oh. But, yeah, I mean, you know, back to the whole everybody being...
Who funded that trip for that crazy chick? That's what I want to know.
There's no telling. There's absolutely no telling.
He's just got all the worst people.
I mean, that's all that's left. He ran off all the good ones.
I'm so sick of the porn bots, too.
Don't quote tweet them.
Well, what's amazing about them is when I go to block them, none of them ever have more than like 3 followers. But when you go to a troll account that's like going on behalf of Joe Biden or trying to like defend the ruling in New York or whatever, and you go look at their followers, they're like all porn bots. So they're all coming out of the same troll farm. I just got to figure out from where and how.
Yeah. From where and how so they can be nuked into
Well, I think this is something that I think this is something that Elon Musk should actually look into, because if you click on these things, I mean, if you're a 14-year-old boy, you're clicking on that link, or you're DMing the girl to get naked photos. I mean, they're not putting it behind a paywall. They're not doing any of that stuff. So if you're worried about porn, like you said, Elon, let's take care of these little bot nests, please.
Oh, yay. Nancy Pelosi is jumping in the middle of my state again. Stupid.
And some of them have guys' names. Like, I just blocked one named Steven. Very bizarre.
Well, I mean, that's like the bots all over Facebook. They have things like that too. Because and the funny thing is, like, some of them, because especially if you have a professional account like the one that I keep all my Rick Robinson stuff on, I get things all the time. Oh, your profile is so interesting. You should send me a friend's request. And I'm like, you could have sent me one. So then I go look at their profile, and all you can see, because of course you're not connected with them at all yet, is usually all their different profile pictures. So there'll be like 2 or 3 weeks worth of ones that look like chicks, and then you scroll down a little further, and there's a bunch of them that look like dudes. So I'm like, yeah, no, blocked, bye.
It's bizarre, and they seem to get uglier and more bizarre looking the longer they end up on my timeline. I did figure out how to mute their tweets, but when they actually tweet at you,
yeah.
I was, for like a week, I was getting all these ones from these porn bots. You want to hit this? No, in fact, I don't. But they all have like a little 3 water drops in it. You can actually mute that emoji, and you never see them again.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, mute these words.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try that because I quote tweeted one to try to be cute the last time they showed up on my feed, and I was like, yeah, not today, Fed. And then they all came out in droves. So I was like, yeah, ugh.
Yeah. Well, I had a Trump fan quote tweet me, and I went and looked at her profile, and it was just her tits, and I'm like, because she was saying like how screwed up I was or something, and then I just said, and I'm supposed to give a flying fuck about the opinion of an attention whore like you that just sticks tits in her abby? I said, they're probably not even yours. Insta block. I was like, bye-bye. I mean, I think those accounts come from a troll bot farm, same as everything else. I mean, when you get these follow trains or whatever. But boy, I'm telling you, you can poke a nest of them, and you're just going for days with these people in your mentions. And it's like, hello. Oh, love Joe Biden also giving 150,000 people student loan debt again after the Supreme Court specifically told him he could not.
Yeah, I mean, how many times is he going to be? That was actually something I wanted to bring up today, and I kind of wish we'd gotten to it sooner because we're about out of time. But how many times is he going to be allowed to basically just slap the Supreme Court in the face?
Well, I guess we have to ask the House GOP.
I mean, I guess they are already trying to impeach him, so I don't know.
Let's just go with his overreach and his failure to enforce the law. Like, that is his oath of office, to faithfully execute the laws passed by Congress. He has not enforced a single immigration law, not single immigration law, since he's actually done the opposite. And now he wants to do an executive order on immigration to stop it before the election. Dude, you undid like 90 of them when you got into office. He undid 90 executive orders that had to do with the border under Trump that got it under control on day one. So you've had if you're going to do that now, why didn't you do it 2 years ago? Or do you think people are so stupid as to think, well, you told us that it was fine, that the border was okay, under control. Then you told us you needed a law from Congress. Then you passed an executive order all on your own, right before the election.
Funny how that works.
That's just absurd. Like, he should be ripped to shreds for doing this. I don't know. It's just crazy. And I mean, so he's going to close it for, 6 months and then open it again?
Yeah, he's going to close it down long enough to try to swing the election back his way. But I have to give as we get ready to head out the door, I have to give a quick shout out to one of our good friends, Ian McKelvey. He put this out about an hour ago. Since the Supreme Court is trending, ... and then it's a picture of AOC, and it's a meme, and it says, a lot of people don't know this, but the Supreme Court is like a regular court, but with sour cream and tomatoes.
Oh, God.
I heard it in her voice, so I had to share.
Yeah. What is the Supreme Court trending for now?
I know they were talking about them earlier today because they were wondering if they were going to finally rule on the whole Colorado thing, but I don't know why it's trending. I guess I could look. Actually, it looks like it's trending over the student loan stuff because you're actually one of the first people I see that pulled up. You actually made a comment about it 4 hours ago when you quoted Politico. Biden openly giving SCOTUS the middle finger. Your turn, House GOP. Added to the charges. So yeah, it seems like everybody's kind of having a field day over that one. So I guess it got it trending again.
Well, it's just like you're not allowed. Like, there's this body called Congress that we elect, and you seem to want to do everything through the bureaucracy, and we didn't elect them. So I don't think I have to listen to them.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Maybe I'll just stop.
I don't know. It's all a bunch of craziness. So another little quick hit, and then we'll start saying bye. Apparently, according to National Review, Hamas had sexually assaulted Israeli women in all of the areas of combat when the October 7th massacre took place.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's what they do.
So, yeah, this was brought to my attention by Lizzie Lou who basically quote tweeted it and said, "Go fuck yourself, Rashida Tlaib." My comment was, she has her brother for that.
No, that's Ilhan Omar.
Same difference. I don't care. They all look the same to me. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. Rashida Tlaib is one that was truly beat with the ugly stick, though. I mean, she's just not an attractive woman. Sorry. I mean, you can at least say, you can hate Ilhan Omar, but she's not unattractive. AOC is not unattractive. Ayanna Pressley, even though she's bald, not unattractive. Rashida Tlaib, somebody beat that girl with the ugly stick.
No, dude. They didn't just beat her with the ugly stick. She was dropped off at the top of the ugly tree and hit every fucking branch on the way down.
Yeah, she is not an attractive girl.
Anyway, so everybody's like being offended by what I put out as one of my good morning tweets today.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
It says, all of my friends are naughty, and then there's me, the holy one. And it's got Baby Yoda with a halo. I thought it was cute. Mike just saw it and basically put up a picture of a pocket bullshometer pegged in the red.
Tlaib looks like a camel's butt.
That's an insult to a camel's ass. All right. Anyway,
and there are horses on the highway.
Where can folks find you, man? We got to start making room for the G-Meister coming up next.
You can find me at Scott's Fire on Twitter at very strange hours. And I'm trying to get back to doing some stuff on PJ. I got all kinds of things in my head to write, and I can just never get time to sit down and do it.
Put a voice recorder on your phone when you're walking. That way you can start just kind of...
Oh, yeah. But then it'll just be like stream of consciousness.
It's still a good place to start. That's actually how I start most of my stories when I'm not sure where to go with it. I'll just sit down
I bet she smells like deer corn.
All right. On that note, we're going to go before I lose my lunch. You guys know where you can find me, and I'll be back here in just a minute pushing buttons for G. Also back for the ladies of the red wine tonight, and then Orty and I will close out your night. And then I do plan on being back tomorrow afternoon. Yesterday I was not planning on being off, but a yard fire stopped me from doing a show, and then today I was exhausted and can barely breathe from breathing all the smoke from said yard fire, so I took the afternoon off, planning on returning tomorrow. But on that note, we got to go. Everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Stay tuned. 3 hours more content coming right at you, so keep it locked. Bye, everybody.